Yes, hello friends, welcome once again to this very channel. How has been motivation, inspiration and coaching a very big lie for generations? Are you still seeking motivation and inspiration and coaching? Why would you go for? Anyway, by the end of the video, I want your comments after this lesson. Recently I had gone to a meeting, a certain board's meeting. The board members had organized a meeting and I was invited. Then on reaching, someone invited me and introduced me as a motivation speaker. I was pissed off. I hate being called that. And here's why. First of all, the human potential, your ability to do anything possible to reach your goals, to reach your set objectives in this world, is only cultivated, self-cultivated, self-driven, maybe self-gotten from your experiences first, and then your knowledge. What you've gone through and what you know will guide you into making the best choice to attain your best lifetime goals and objectives. So, in other words, if you want to make something beautiful in a day, make a good choice, just have the knowledge, first of all, and then use your experience to attain it. Let me handle experience first. From conception, from the day your mom and dad got intercourse, when a fetus, a baby is developing, the senses, the five senses of the human being, be it four, they develop. Senses of touch, smelling, and then name the last three. Touch, smelling, then sight, then audibility, maybe hearing. They start developing. That is a source of knowledge. What you've heard, what you've seen, and what you've touched have given you some lessons to move. To move in all daily challenges. Now, these principles, you should apply them in all problem-solving faculties, be it business sector, I know I like business, finance, and all other fields. So, why would you need motivation, inspiration, then coaching? I've seen individuals are imbued with something, with the fuel to do something. We are built with the capability. In fact, the Bible calls us creators. We are built to create something, meaning we have the energy to proceed and continue, do something and achieve it. That is a blessing on all human beings, be it a sinner and a righteous. We're all built to do that. When you do the right thing, you succeed. That's how close wisdom and knowledge, maybe prudence, are with us. That's how close wisdom is to a human being. If you choose right, you'll enjoy. If you choose wrong, then suffering will come. So, and that's how close life and death is towards human beings, all human beings. When you choose right, you'll have life. When you choose wrong, death is around the corner. So, why am I talking about motivation in the thumbnails and the heading of this video? Motivation it has been a lie, and when we talk about motivation, maybe inspiration and coaching, name them. It has been a lie for generations that you motivate people to go and do something beautiful. So, most of people are seeking motivation from others. And what happens? Here is the art of motivation. Motivation speaking. A speaker of motivation comes and he twists words. He organizes words to find your weakest point. To find your weakest ideology. When he finds that weakest point in you, the motivation speaker will focus on your weakest, and then you will feel moved and feel like you want to do something about your weakness. That is motivation That is the same principle inspiration uses and the same principle coaching uses. So if you're following a certain inspirational speaker, I'm not telling you to move away and run for your life now, but I want you to analyze these things, the words I'm speaking. Apply these principles, test them, and then make a choice. Actually, from me and those other inspirational speakers on YouTube and all other social media platforms, they focus at your weakest point. When they find your weakest point, they want to be there in that. They want to emphasize and make sure you make a move. That is their goal. What is your goal? In all you've been through as a human being, no one has experienced the same pain, the same gratitude, the same happiness, the same joy. I'm talking about pain that you've achieved, maybe you've gone through throughout your life. Even if it's your closest friend, even if your parent, no one has experienced the same life that you're in now. So the only person who can motivate you, that can inspire, that can coach you is yourself. But how do you coach yourself? How do you motivate yourself? And how do you inspire yourself? I started by talking about how we attain knowledge, the 5 principles, and the 5 senses. Those senses are the source of knowledge. When you attain knowledge, what do? Knowledge is used in choice making, and then choice making shows that you're wise. You've attained wisdom. That is action now. Prudence is with you. So make sure before you just start following a certain motivational speaker, a certain inspirational speaker, a certain coach, you first analyze your life. What you've been through is strong enough to make you access something beautiful, something big that you're set to achieve. But you're there, getting stuck and trying to find external knowledge. Now, here's a trick now. What if, okay, the truth is, the 3s I'm talking about, motivation, inspiration, and coaching, they're all temporary. One day they will leave you, and you'll find at a point, you'll reach a certain point whereby you are left alone. If you don't move, make your personal decisions, you will not move beyond that point, beyond the point of motivation and inspiration. And then coaching. The coaches, the motivators, the inspirational speakers focus at one thing, making your weakest point a strength. What are they breaking now? When someone focuses about your weakest point, it makes you also focus to their weakest point. When I look up, you will also look up. If you're in an audience, as I'm in now, if you're in a physical audience, in this studio as I'm in now, when I look somewhere, then you look the same thing, the same direction. What I'm saying is, when inspirational speakers, motivators, and then coaches focus on your weaknesses, you also focus on your weaknesses. What are you breaking now? What principle are you breaking? Now listen to this very close. There's a second principle of thermodynamics. What I said, the principle says that something that is left turns towards disorder. You have 2 things. You have your weakest points and then your strongest points. We all have our weakest. That's a fact. But what's the difference now when you concentrate more on our weakest points? We are leaving our strength, and our strength will go down into our weakness also. That's the point. So your motivation speaker, is focusing on your weakness. He wants you to be strong in your weakness, and you yourself, you're living your strength. Hope you're getting what I'm saying. So that's a mistake inspiration and motivation, even coaching make. So choose today, choose now. What are you going to focus on? Would you focus on your motivation, inspiration, maybe even coaching, or you will focus on your strength. If you focus on your strength, what do you think will happen in your strategies of reaching your goals, in your plans, in your objectives? What do you think will happen? You'll have a better way of enjoying what you're doing. You'll have a better way of entertaining yourself, because your strength is beautiful and it is unique. What I'm saying is that I want you to minimize your weaknesses, but your strength is very important to concentrate on. Leave motivation alone. Leave inspiration speaking. Inspiration speakers don't do anything to make you make lifetime decisions. If they do, they're causing you make decisions using your weakest side. And they're making you lose by focusing on your weakness instead of you focusing on your strength. That is it. I hate motivation. I hate inspiration. I strongly hate coaching, because the threes are very temporary. But the most person who can drive something out of yourself is you. You watch people succeed by making beautiful financial decisions, making beautiful decisions about taxes, because taxes eat more of our businesses. And what do you learn from that? You've also watched people die because of HIV and living a reckless life, drinking alcohol, smoking, drug abuse. What do you learn from that? That's where we are tangled. We see, what we hear, what we smell, what we touch has something to build into our lives, and that will create a perfect, if at all we obey to the five senses of human beings, then we have something that can help us improve our lives. You've watched people divorce. You've watched people make wrong marital decisions about their spouses, their partners. You've watched that. You've smelled something bad, and then you've seen something beautiful. You've seen the worst out of your life. No one has ever reached the experience that you've attained out of this life. So the best motivation speaker, the best inspiration speaker, the best coach of your life is the experience and the knowledge. Therefore, I end by saying you are the best engine for yourself. The words from outside will not cause you to reach a certain point. Instead, they will divert you from your set objective, because no one understands you. No one understands your experience. No one knows what you know. In most cases, no one knows what you go through as an individual, in both when you win or lose. So we are all incredibly unique, with best skills, and the weaknesses help us modify our strength. Am I clear? The weakness should help you modify your strength. So I'll end by saying the statement I said at first, that human potential, your potential to do anything, is just around your experience, what you go through. It is just self-cultivated from your experience. The human potential is cultivated from your experience and then your knowledge. So the end point is that choose to go through the experience and make sure you attain more knowledge each and every time you get a chance of learning. Learning is very, very way big than being motivated and then maybe being inspired and then being coached. When you learn, you can do all things because you have developed the potential, the capability, the ability to reach your set objective. That is it for today. wait for the next video. But before you scroll to other videos, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share this video with something, with someone, and then like and subscribe to the channel. That would be very, very beautiful. Don't be greedy. I'm saying, yeah. Don't be selfish. Share the video and like and subscribe.